What's going on, guys? Claykeysalt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius guide, this time covering the new trial that just hit, the Great Daemon. The first thing we're going to get into is the reward you get from him. It's an awesome rod, 72 magic rod, the best rod we have in the game right now. Pretty much the best rod we're going to get, I think, ever, really. You know, it's even 12 more than the Tillith rod we got before from the Tower of Babel Advanced, or a Pro version, excuse me. So, guys, it's definitely worth doing. This rod will go on your mage, make them super powerful with all that magic. Let's talk about the actual trial a little bit. It's not going to be what you're used to. You're used to fighting one big baddie. Here, we're going to have to fight 4 big baddies before getting into the last one, the Great Daemon, which is the 5th one, okay? So, there's a lot of preparation. This is actually pretty tough. It's gonna be the longest fight you probably had in the game yet. And, let's go over everything we're gonna do, starting with team comp. Alright, guys, so for a team comp, what I think you're looking for here is a tank, a healer, a physical damage dealer, and a bunch of mages. And then you also want to take a lightning friend if you can, guys. This this trial was really tough. And I'm thinking you're definitely going to need a lightning. And I know a lot of people out there are disappointed. They're saying, you know, why can't I do this? Why do I need a lightning? You know, this stuff's too hard. We need 6-star people. But, I mean, guys, there's 6-star units are in the game. At this point, you're just going to have to let that go and let your friends carry. You're going to have to learn that it's okay to be carried, in my opinion. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, a lot of us out here are making our units the best we can to help you guys, to make the game easier so you guys can get these items. So just let us take you there, and it'll be awesome. So, you probably need a full breaker here. That'll be for a lot of different things, but you do want a full breaker on the team. Asuna would be nice, things like that. But yeah, just build whatever team you want. I am going to be taking my normal priority team, you know, my normal grind team in there, my best team I have, and I'll be showing you guys how each individual boss works. But first, let's talk about items also, because you guys might need to take some items in. Maybe some Phoenix Downs. I wouldn't really recommend using a bunch of Phoenix Downs on a trial boss, but this boss does cost 25 energy to fight. So it's not just some boss you can fight over and over again, sadly, for free. You're actually going to have to plan this out to get strong. So don't just go in there, swinging your arms around, hoping to God you can kill it, because you need to prepare first before you waste your energy, okay, guys? And remember, this will be around forever. It's not like it just goes away. It's not like an event that'll just disappear. Alright, so going on to the items you want to have. The Void Vessel, guys. You guys want to have this Void Vessel. Just have it in your items. It's going to be useful. It's going to be really useful for the first boss, was the Metal Cactuar. So have some Void Vessels in your inventory. I would recommend at least 2. Then we're moving on. You're going to need some ethers and turbo ethers, some elixirs. These things are going to help you a lot. This is a long fight, so you're going to want to have some ways to get your mana back up, things like that for your healers or your main damage dealers. And then lastly, you might want a unicorn horn and some eye drops. We do get blinded in this fight. We do get paralyzed, and if you don't have an Asuna on your team, perhaps you might want those in your items anyway, or you just want to save mana and maybe use the items because Gil is a lot easier to come by, you know, and you want to save your mana in the fight. Maybe you want to use the items instead of the mana for the Asuna. So now we're going to get into the first part of the fight, and I'll try to go over each boss the best way I can to show you guys how to take it down. I totally forgot to say this in the last segment there, so that's why I'm editing this in. If you guys don't have access to the recipe for the Dark Vessels, which do 2,000 damage or whatever, that was from the Gravity Rod event, that was actually very early on in the game, you guys can purchase bomb fragments. This will do 200 damage, so essentially you're just going to have to use 10 of them on the Metal Cactuar to kill him. You know, you have to time it right so he doesn't do the 10,000 needles on you, things like that. So maybe use you know, 4 of them at first, then try to hit him up with 6 of them after that. But yeah, you will be able to take him down after using those. Remember, 200 a pop. He has, I think, it's 2,100 health, so that should be able to help you. I just wanted to cut that in here. So let's get back to the guide. Alright, so the first boss you're going to run into here is the Metal Cactuar. It's actually a Metal Gigantuar. This guy is pretty easy. Because we're going to use the strategy of going ahead and using Void Vessels on it. If you don't have Void Vessels, that's going to make it a little more rough. Any kind of item that you can throw at him and hit him with, you know, damage dealing items is going to be great damage against them, and I'll tell you why. This guy only has 2,100 HP. So it should be easy, right? Sadly, he has incredibly high defense and spirit. That defense and spirit is so significant, like... Even a lightning using crushing blow barely touches this guy, okay? So, like, he has a lot of high defense, things like that. But he does take full damage from, you know, just the normal items. So, like I said, when you use Void Vessels, that's just going to do tons of damage to him. It's going to do its full damage, I think, of 2,000, I think a Void Vessel does. So that's going to go ahead and almost knock him all the way out. He only have 100 life left. Now, at this point, you can choose to either use your MP or your basic auto attacks to take him down, or use another Void Vessel. So that's up to you. Another great thing that you can do here is, you know, keep auto attacking him. until you get your limit breaks up, because again, he takes a lot of hits, things like that. Just cure up. He will only do 1,000 needles on you before he gets down to 50% HP. After dropping below 50% HP, actually, he will hit you with the 10,000 needles, and that will do 10,000 damage and kill whoever he smacks in the face with it. Okay, so you got to be careful with that. That's why maybe smack him around a bit if you want to build your limit breaks. And then go ahead and use the Void Vessel, take him down a peg, and just end the fight before he actually kills someone. So that is the Metal Gigantuar. Pretty easy once you know what you need to do. Stage 2 of this 5-stage trial boss here is 6 bombs. 3 of them being normal bombs, 3 of them being green bombs. And the best strategy I know to do in this part of the fight is go ahead and use focus, boost up your magic, and just Blizzaga chain the shit out of them, okay? And what you want to do is do your best to chain them and kill them in one shot. Because remember, we all know what bombs want to do when they get on low health. They want to self-destruct and do massive damage. So what we're trying to do is knock them the hell out before they can do that. Now guys, if you don't have the ability to do this, look into using Barfira. That way you can negate some of that damage, and then you can heal it up later. So again, this part's really easy. In a way, you're gonna have to work with it. You're going to Blizzaga chain, because obviously the bombs are weak to it, the green bombs aren't, but the bombs are. And you want to do as much damage as you can to try to one-shot them all before they self-destruct. If they do self-destruct on you, it's going to do massive damage, but Barfira should be able to help you. And that's pretty much it for that one, guys. You guys should be able to knock that one easy. Stage 3 is going to be the big IO and the little searcher that, you know, floats around his head. This guy is actually pretty simple too. I mean, a lot of these are simple. They're just a little bit more tough than what we're used to. What you want to do is you want to kill the little searcher first. That will stop the big one from doing his AoE damage to you guys, okay? You want to have your buffers buff, obviously, cheer or focus, whatever you guys want to do. And you want to have your tank use provoke. This will cause the big one to mostly just attack your tank. Your tank obviously should be able to take that damage, and you just beat him down. This guy is weak to lightning damage, and you can use full break on him, you know, lower down his stats and do as much damage as you can to him. But remember, take out the little searcher first, and then take out the IO. I will tell you, he is quite tanky. He hits not too hard though, especially when you use provoke and he's only smacking your tank. And he can paralyze. I think he can blind also. So just look out for that. Other than that, guys, it's just a tank and spank, really. It's just a tank and spank boss. The only mechanic here is to kill the searcher first, so there's no AoE damage smashing your team. And hopefully you guys take him out. Pretty simple. Okay, guys, so at this point, we may be running low on mana, MP, we may be running low on health, things like that. We are on to stage 4, which is this crazy tentacle monster dude. Some tips here: he is weak to fire and thunder, so Thundaga, Firaga, things like that will be good on him. I would recommend full breaking the head, as it's the main thing you want to kill. At this point, guys, don't forget that you do have Osmos, and you can Osmos off this guy, maybe to get your mage's mana back up, things like that. But all over again, guys, you want to provoke, you want to cast cheer. This thing does physical damage to you, so the defense is going to be great. You want to cast focus if you want to do magic damage, and just beat it down. Crushing blow will make its lightning resist go down even further if you are using a lightning, and you want to just kill it as fast as possible. AoE chaining, always good again, but the things you want to look out for, like I said, was that it'll just slap the shit out of you, you know, a bunch. It'll do a lot of damage. It has different points on it, right, guys? So it's going to do different ways of attack, but if you focus on the head, kill it down really quick, that'll be awesome. And also, don't forget that big boss is up next, so you want to make sure you have some mana, you want to make sure you have full healed up the best you can, and you can use Osmos if need be. Other than that, this guy should be pretty simple for you guys, and I'm saying pretty simple as the mechanics are simple. You know, this guy does hit kind of hard, hits a lot if you let his legs go crazy, if you can't take his head out in a couple turns, but other than that, guys, the mechanics are there. Hit him with lightning, hit him with fire, you know, take him down, full break the head, and you should be good to go. So let's move on to the Great Daemon. So, you guys have made it through the grueling beginning stages, the 4 stages of this trial, and now you're on to the actual big boss of the trial, the Great Daemon. The one big thing I'll tell you guys here is that he does have some HP thresholds. At 70%, 50%, and 30%, he's going to hit your HP for 75% damage. He's going to use like a Graviga on your team, and they're going to lose almost all their health. Okay, guys, so this is very important. Another thing that he does is that he will use this move called Dark Wave, I think is what it's called, which pretty much assumes tunas himself in a way, you know, it clears all his debuffs off. And the cool thing about that is it's actually a mechanic. What we want to do is always have a debuff on him so that he has to waste one of his moves, dark waving himself, getting rid of all his debuffs, okay? So I'll lock him into doing that, stopping him from doing anything else. So remember, either full break him, deshell him, deprotect him, whatever you guys want to do, weapon break him, but make sure after end of each turn, when you let him do what he's going to do, have a debuff on him, okay guys? Because that's very important. Next, do not use lightning on this boss. He is lightning resist up by 20%. He is weak actually to light damage. So things like Excalibur, that's pretty much all you guys are probably going to have right now that you want to use. That will be very effective against him. But overall, here's how it's going to work. You're going to want to use, your focus, your cheer, things like that. You're going to want to hit him in the face with some elemental chaining, probably Blizzaga. At this point, that's probably what you guys are using. You want to hit him with Blizzaga. Use Crushing Blow. Make sure that your lightning friend, or your lightning, always has mana to be using Crushing Blow. It'll do a lot of damage to him. And what we try to do is knock him down each peg, his HP thresholds each time in each turn, so he doesn't have time to auto attack us, so that we don't get hit after we get the HP taken down. Okay guys, so what you want to do is on the first turn try to get him down to 70% HP. If you do this, he will just, and with the debuff, he'll just wipe it off of him with Dark Wave, and then he'll do the Graviga to you, so knock your HP down. Then you heal yourself back up. You try to knock him down to 50% HP, so he does the Graviga Dark Wave again, meaning he can't kill you, obviously, because he is Dark Waving Gravigaing. And then the next one's at 30%, and then you're going to have to kill him. Okay, guys, so that's the main plan. Now, not everybody out there can do that much DPS, so the other plan is to just do as much damage as possible, remembering that he will cast his Graviga on you, and then try to heal up double. So that's why Cecil and maybe Elena are really good here, because they can both use Karaja, get you back to full health, and then if you don't hit the threshold, he'll Dark Wave himself, and then hit you with an AoE move, or, smack you with an auto attack, things like that, so you don't die, because 75% of your health going away is a pretty big deal. Another thing this boss can do is that he can start to charge up, right? It'll say, like, the boss is charging. If he does this, he's about to unleash a devastating attack. And what you want to do is have everybody defend and raise your spirit up, because it is a magic attack. So if he says, like, I'm charging up my powers, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and go and put up your spirit, maybe with focus, something like that, and you want to defend with your character so you don't die. And then it's just rinse and repeat, guys. That's all he does. Keeping the debuff on him is very important, like I said, and then after you beat it, we did it, okay? We got the magic staff. We got it. The 72 plus magic is going to be awesome for you. And, there it is. You guys did it. That's the best strategies I know right now. I will say again, guys, for new players, maybe people who aren't strong enough to fight this trial yet, it will be around forever, and this staff will be good, or rod, excuse me, will be good for a very long time. So take your time, guys. If you'd rather be farming the Halloween event, which will be going away soon, I do think they extended the Tower of Babel, the Final Fantasy IV event, for a little bit for you guys. Maybe get those items, get those events done, because, they will actually go away and you won't be able to do them anymore, and this trial boss will be here for as long as you need it to be. It is very expensive, 25 energy to attempt every time, so make sure you have your friend, make sure your friend's equipment and all that's ready to go, and make sure you have the items you need to take it down. If this video helped you out, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me how you guys are taking the boss down and how it's going for you. Subscribe for future content. If you guys have any questions, you can join me on my Twitch channel at www.twitch.tv/ClayQZold. I stream Final Fantasy Brave Exvius all the time, and I'd be happy to have you guys there and answer any questions you guys ask, along with having a great community that can help you guys out too. We'll catch you in the next video. See ya.